Hello everyone. সকলোকে CSAP একাডেমীলৈ স্বাগতম জনাইছো। তো যে আমি 1st of February 2025 চনত আটাইতকৈ গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ নিউজ আৰ্টিকেলসমূহ এনালাইজ কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছো। These are smart books যিখিনি আমি সমূহ কন্টেন্ট টিম লগতে ফেকাল্টি লগাই বনাইছো। যিখিনিত গোটেইখিনি কন্টেন্ট আছে মেইন সিলেবাছত which is useful for APSC UPSC preparation. Okay? So do buy these books যিখিনি আপোনালোকক নিজৰ প্ৰিপাৰেচনত বহুতখিনি হেল্প কৰিব। This is our WhatsApp group and Telegram group. You can join here for further updates. এইবার APSC seat among 235 candidates 105 candidates are from CSAP IS Academy. Okay, তো আজিৰ significance হৈছে today is the 49th Indian Coast Guard Day. যেনেকৈ আমাৰ paramilitary force বিলাক থাকে, suppose আমাৰ তিনিটা যেটো মেইন ফোর্স আছে আর্মি নেভি এয়ার ফোর্স, তো তার আগত কি থাকে paramilitary force বিলাক থাকে। যেনেকৈ আর্মিৰ আগত বেলেগ বেলেগ paramilitary force আছে, suppose for Pakistan Bangladesh BSF, Bhutan Nepal ITBP. Okay, তো আজি কোস্ট গার্ডৰ হৈছে যেটো নেভিৰ ফ্ৰন্টিয়াৰ ফোর্স, হেতু হৈছে কোস্ট গার্ডৰ আজি হৈছে 49th ফাউন্ডেশন ডে। The Indian Coast Guard was established on February 1, 1977 to prevent seaborne smuggling and enhance maritime security. Officially recognized by Parliament on August 18, 1978 and celebrated annually on February 1. In 2025 marks the 49th Indian Coast Guard Day, recognizing the contributions to national security. Objectives of Indian Coast Guard: offshore and maritime security, protects the যেটো আমাৰ exclusive economic zone থাকে which is up to the 200 nautical miles from the coast. তো তাৰ ৰক্ষণাবেক্ষণ দায়িত্ব কাৰ frontier levelত Coast Guard. Coastal smuggling security prevents illegal fishing, smuggling and infiltration. Search and research operations save lives during maritime disasters. যেনেকৈ আর্মি হেল্প কৰে in that mainland, তো তেনেকৈ maritime disaster suppose tsunami আহিছে, okay, তো সেইখিনি টাইমত কোনে হেল্প কৰে ইণ্ডিয়ান কোস্ট গাৰ্ড। এণ্ড দিজ আৰ আৱাৰ টপিক যিখিনি আমি আজিৰ ভিডিঅ'টোত ইন ডিটেইলছ ডিছকাছ কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছো। তো ফাৰ্ষ্ট নিউজ এবাউট যোৱাকালি কি হৈছে ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে আহিছে, যাৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ ইকনমিক ছাৰে অলৰেডি এটা ডিটেইলছ ভিডিঅ' বনাইছে, সেইটো আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে। লগতে ইন নিউজ কি দিয়া আছে, দ্য ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে অফ ফৰ 2000 fiscal year 25 was tabled by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. It forecast GDP growth at 6.3 to 6.8%. So there are two types of GDP we know. One is the real GDP, one is nominal GDP. Okay, so that here it is the nominal one for fiscal year 2026, indicating a moderate growth outlook. Calls for deregulations, economic reforms and fiscal prudence to sustain long-term growth. The economic survey is an important document that is prepared for the country's economic performance analysis over the past financial year and offers policy recommendations for the upcoming fiscal year. So সেইখনত সেই থাকে যে ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট অফ ইকনমিক এফেয়াৰ্ছ আছে ফিনান্স মিনিষ্ট্ৰীৰ, তাৰ আণ্ডাৰত যিখিনি পাব্লিছ হয় সাপোজ ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে, তাৰ আণ্ডাৰত আমি কি কি অনুমান কৰিব পাৰোঁ যে এইখিনি গ্ৰোথ হৈছে, এইখিনি সেক্টৰত এইটো গ্ৰোথৰ চান্স আছে, অল দিছ। ইন ইণ্ডিয়া দ্য ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে ইজ ৰিলিজড one day before the Indian budget. The Economic Survey 2025 was published on January 31st, 2025. It is prepared by the Department of Economic Affairs. At present, there are 6 departments under Ministry of Finance. So, that department is the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance and serves as a resource for policymakers, economists, and the researchers. Okay, তাৰ ওপৰতে ভিত্তি কৰি কি বিলাক আহিব, এতিয়া স্কিমছ বিলাক আহিব, চেন্ট্ৰেল সেক্টৰে হওক বা চেন্ট্ৰেল স্পন্সৰ্ড হওক। যেনেকৈ আজি বাজেট আহিছে, তো বাজেটত কিমানখন স্কিম আছে, এৰাউণ্ড 150খন সৰু ডাঙৰ স্কিম দিয়া আছে। তো সবৰে কিহৰ ওপৰত ভিত্তি কৰি আছে, অল দিছ ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে। ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে 2025, it provides an elaborated analysis of the economic performance of the country over the previous year, that is the 2024-25, and includes key policy recommendations for the upcoming financial year 25-26. Structure of the economic survey 2025. The Economic Survey 2025 is divided into two parts. Part A ki thakibo focuses on economic trends, key challenges and policy recommendations that shape the government's approach to economic management. Aru part B thakibo provides detailed statistical analysis of the various sectors including agriculture, industry, service, infrastructure, healthcare and environmental concerns. So part A thakibo heikini policy recommendation aru B thakibo ekhini. Economic Survey highlight ki India's real GDP growth is projected at 6.4% for the fiscal year 2025. The real GVA, that is the gross value added, is also expected to grow at 6.4% in the fiscal year 25. The growth for fiscal year 26 is forecasted between 6.3 to 6.8%. Okay, all the sectors are functioning to expected as expected. The agriculture sector continues to operate above trend level. Industrial sector rebounds strongly post pandemic, whereas service sector has stabilized its growth on pre pandemic level. So এটা sector already আমি bubbling কৰি আছো, সেইটো হৈছে manufacturing sector. তো এইটো যদি এবাৰ ডিস্টার্ব হৈ যায় দেন ষ্টেবিলাইজ হওঁতে টাইম লাগে। তো সাৰ্ভিস সেক্টৰ ডিস্টার্ব হৈছিল বিফৰ পেণ্ডেমিক, বাট সাৰ্ভিস সেক্টৰ কি হৈছে অতি সোনকালে এডজাষ্ট হ'ব পাৰিছে বিকজ অফ ইটস হাই লেভেল অফ গ্ৰোথ। Retail inflation has reduced from 5.4% to 4.9% due to government intervention. The consumer price inflation is expected to align around 4% in the fiscal year 26. So we দুটা calculate কৰো, one is the consumer price index, one is the wholesale price index, CPI and WPI. CPI for targeting, WPI is for controlling. কোনে কৰিব? By the Reserve Bank of India. Target কিমান? That is the retail inflation 4% plus minus 2%. But here headline inflation is not included. Headline inflation yet included নাথাকি। Okay, headline মানে হৈছে সেইখিনি প্ৰাইচৰ ওপৰ ইনফ্লেশ্যন যিখিনি ভলেটাইল প্ৰাইচ মুভমেণ্ট এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ কৰে। সাপোজ ফুড আইটেমছ বিলাকৰ, সাপোজ ফুড আইটেমছ বিলাকৰ প্ৰাইচ কি হঠাৎ বাঢ়ি যায় হঠাৎ কমি যায়। আমাৰ মেজাৰ ৰেঞ্জ কিমান? মেক্সিমাম 6 মিনিমাম 2। সাপোজ এতিয়া কথা কৰো আমি পটেটো, 1 কিলোৰ দাম কিমান আছিল লাষ্ট উইকত? সাপোজ 30 rupees, এইটো উইকত কিমান হৈ গ'ল? 40 rupees। তো কিমান পাৰ্চেণ্ট ইনক্ৰিজ হ'ল? 33.33% ইনক্ৰিমেণ্ট। কিমান হ'ব লাগে? এনে 6%। therefore এই ৰেঞ্জটোত কি ইনক্লুডেড নাই? এই ৰেঞ্জটোত হেডলাইন ইনফ্লেশ্যনখিনি ইনক্লুডেড নাই। Okay, so economic survey 2025. Okay, done. The gross NPAs, that is the non-performing assets of banks, dropped to record low of 2.6% as of September 24. The credit GDP gap reduced from minus 10.3% to minus 0.3% only. The insurance market has grown 7.7% year over year, reaching 11.2 lakh crore in fiscal year 24. Okay, itu amar ibar budget size is 50.6475 something lakh crore. তো তার এটা পার্ট আমি কোড পাও 11.2 লাখ crore ইনকাম বা ট্রানজেকশন কোড হৈছে অকল ইন্স্যুরেন্সতে হৈছে। Okay, fifth, the foreign direct investment FDI মাজতে কি হৈছিলে? ইন সেপ্টেম্বৰ ৰিডিউস হৈছিলে, অক্টোবৰ এগেইন ইনক্ৰিজ হৈছে, বাট ওভাৰঅল the foreign direct investment has increased by 17.9% year over year, reaching $55.6 billion in fiscal year 2025. Overall export, merchandise plus services, grew 6% year over year in the first 9 months of fiscal year 25. The Indian government capital expenditure capex on infrastructure increased by 38.8% in fiscal year 20 to fiscal year 2024. এই 4 বছৰত কিমান ইনক্ৰিজ হৈছে? That is 38.8%, which is a highest growth. কিয়? কাৰণ capital expenditure is beneficial for the economy because capital expenditure কৰিলে কি হয়? It is related to creation of assets. যেনেকৈ মই suppose এখন কাৰ কিনিলো, it is my capital expenditure. And মই এখন restaurant visit কৰিলো, this is my revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditures are wasteful expenditures and capital expenditures are related to creation of assets. Okay, so industrial sector grew by 6.2% in the fiscal year 25. As per first GDP advance estimate, steel production grew by 4.6%. Steel production logote I mean news already cover korchu that India is the first country jone ki measurement korise about the green steel, while automobile domestic sales increased by 12.5%. So all are positive growth we are looking at. Electronics production grew at CAGR of 17.5% from fiscal year 15 to 24. Textile, apparel, pharmaceuticals and steel industries witnessed steady growth. The service sector contributes 55.3% to the total GVA, that is the gross value added, up from 50.6 in fiscal year 14. Majorly focusing on the skill development for workforce and simplifying grassroots level regulations. Agriculture and other related activities contribute 16% to GDP. That is fiscal year in 2024. Okay, so already budget ahise, budgetor upor separate ke video eta economy sare anibo, hitu by today or by tomorrow release koribo. So in details the budget jiman scheme ase sob in details tomalke ekhini sai loba, which will be very beneficial from your examination point of view. So লগতে এই টপিকটো এটা প্ৰিলিমছ প্ৰেক্টিছ কুৱেশ্যন দিয়া আছে, you can just go through it. লগতে APSC মেইনছৰ আহিছিলে in 2020, discuss the role of economic survey in shaping fiscal policies in India, how does it contributes to budgetary decisions making. তো fiscal policy বুলি ক'লে আমি সাধাৰণতে তিনিটা টুলছত যাওঁ, that is the interest rate, government spending and tax rate. Interest rate, government spending and tax rate. এই তিনিটা টুল আছে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ হাতত কি কন্ট্ৰোল কৰিব পৰাকে ফিস্কেল পলিসি কন্ট্ৰোল কৰিব পৰা। যেনেকে যদি কন্ট্ৰেকচনাৰী ফিস্কেল পলিসি আহে কি হ'ব, ইন্টাৰেষ্ট ৰেট বাঢ়িব, টেক্স ৰেট বাঢ়িব, গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট স্পেন্ডিং কমিব। যদি এক্সপেনশনাৰী আহে দেন কি হ'ব, ইন্টাৰেষ্ট ৰেট কমিব, টেক্স ৰেট কমিব, গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট স্পেন্ডিং বাঢ়িব। এক্সপেনশনাৰী মিন্স বেছিকে কি দিব লাগে, পইচা মাৰ্কেটত দিব লাগে। কন্ট্ৰেকচনাৰী মিন্স মাৰ্কেটৰ পৰা পইচা আনিব লাগে যাতে ইনফ্লেশন কন্ট্ৰোল কৰিব পৰা যায়। ওকে, next news is related to government's effort to the northeast. Okay, Ministry of Donor, the government has made commitment to emphasize the efforts to bridge regional disparities in the northeastern region. Regional disparities এটা আমি কোৱা যায় যে আমাক মাহিমাকৰ দৃষ্টিৰে চাই maximum organization কয় তেনেকে to the northeastern parts. The President of India, while addressing the parliament in the budget session, has highlighted the initiatives that aim for peace and growth in the region. Especially ইয়াৰ লগত আমি already relate কৰি আছো যে Act East policy. Multiple peace agreements have been signed with the insurgency groups too. Okay, so key government initiatives ki ase with the northeastern regions. Over the 10 peace accords have been finalized to curb insurgency and integrate different groups. The focus is on ensuring balanced development so that no region lacks. Kono to region jate lag noy. Suppose for example jodi ami chao northeastern regions specially ASSAM development baki gikhon country ke olopman besi. Okay, so heitu kothai koa goise je regional development jate নহয়, overall গোটেইখিনি যি আছে northeastern states from Sikkim to Mizoram সবৰ যদি একেলগে ডেভেলপমেন্ট হয়, the focus is on ensuring balanced development so that no region lacks. The Viksit Bharat initiative promotes inclusive growth across the country, showcasing the northeast potential. যেনেকে particularly অসম যদি চাও আমি অসমত কি চলি আছে at present, advantage Assam. So advantage Assam প্ৰথম road show কৰিছিল in Mumbai, second road show is at Tokyo, Japan. লগতে আমাৰ চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰে কি কৰিছে, ইনভাইট কৰিছে from all the business persons from South Korea, Japan and Indonesia to invest in Indian state. কিয়? Because আমি recently again newsত পাইছো that median age of the youth of Assam is 22.7 years old. That is demographic dividend is too young. Too young হলে কি হয়, young population have demands. Okay, আৰু demands fulfill কৰাৰ কাৰণে কি লাগে, প্ৰডাকশ্যনৰ পিছত কি হয়, এমপ্লয়মেণ্ট জেনেৰেশ্যন পিছত আহিব ইনকামৰ পিছত ফাৰ্ডাৰ ডিমাণ্ড, which completes the economic cycles and it gives birth to the economic growth. The basic fundamentals of economics. তো সাইকেলটো যেতিয়া কমপ্লিট হয় তেতিয়া কি হয়, ইকোনমিক গ্ৰোথ কাৰ হ'ব, যোনে ইয়াত ইনভেষ্ট কৰে সেইজন ব্যক্তিৰ হ'ব, লগতে ইনভেষ্ট কৰা প্লেচখিনি হ'ব, দ্যাট ইজ আসাম। The first অষ্টলক্ষ্মী মহোৎসৱ, অষ্টলক্ষ্মী আগতে কি কৈছিলো আমি, 7 ভনীৰ দেশ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট ৰিজন, এতিয়া কি হয় ছিকিম আহি গ'ল, তো এতিয়া 8 ভনী, that is the অষ্টলক্ষ্মী was hosted in the Delhi to highlight the economic and cultural strengthens their 8 northeastern states. The event aimed at enhance national awareness to the northeastern's unique contributions. A developed roadmap, a dedicated scheme, that is the Purvodaya, has been launched to accelerate economic progress in the eastern states. This initiative seeks to boost industrial and infrastructural growth, generate employment opportunities, and integrate the northeast into the broader development framework. So specially generate employment generation, again it completes the cycle, etu moi koi থাকো বারবার। প্রথমতে কি আহিব, demand leads to production, you demand for the civil services coaching, there are production, CSAP IS Academy, and they hired me as an employee, to ki hobo employment generation, and as an employee I have some income, okay, and because of that income I also create some other demand which completes the total cycle and it gives birth to the economic growth. Okay, it completes the economic growth cycle, and growth is because of demand, production, and demand is related to the demographic dividend. Demand is higher at the young age, at the child level and old level. This two section has minimum demand and this section has the highest level of demand. And at present Assam is going through this age, not Assam, particularly whole Indian states are going through this age. Therefore we have some demand, okay, and to fulfill this demand the foreign nations, that is from, suppose we are talking about Japan. Japan is investing in India. This is a Japanese company, Japan International Corporation Agency. Yamaha is a Japanese company. So all those companies are investing in India because India has a market, and because of this market we are too good in this service sector, okay, and because of this service sector we are have some GDP growth which is 6.4%, which I have already covered in the first news. Okay, so these are all here. Challenges and solutions for India's northeast regions. Major challenges: insurgencies and ethnic conflicts. Suppose Manipur is still burning. This is an ethnic conflict between the Kukis and Meiteis. Assam also, since 1980, we have some problems related to insurgency. The insurgency still continues in Manipur, Nagaland, mostly due to autonomy demands. Manipur violence since 2023 between Meiteis and Kukis points out tensions between different ethnic groups. These conflicts leads to lesser development, lesser foreign investment, and generate unrest. তো এটা এরিয়াত যদি প্রবলেম হয়, যেনেকে এটা এরিয়াত প্রবলেম হলে বাকি এরিয়াটো কি হয়, কোলেট্রাল ড্যামেজ, সেম এটা এরিয়াত প্রবলেম হলে বাকিখন ষ্টেটৰ ওপৰতে কি পৰে, প্ৰভাৱ পৰে. এগ্ৰিকালচাৰেল ডিফিকাল্টিজ অল আৰ দেয়াৰ. Broader disputes and China's influence, particularly in the Arunachal Pradesh region, যেটো আহিছে যে ইয়াৰলং জাংবত চাইনাই কি বনাব, world's largest dam. তো এই ড্যামটোৰ প্ৰভাৱ ক'ত পৰিব? In the northeastern states, particularly Assam, whole Brahmaputra valley, this valley is agricultural in economic field. তো যদি agriculture নহয়, then কি হ'ব? Because of this climatic change and this drastic change, economy will change, আৰু economy change হলে কি হ'ব? Polity will change, because we know that polity is the guardian of economy. If polity economy both changes, then society will also change. Society related to culture, festivals. যেনেকে আমি পালন কৰো বিহু. বিহু is an agricultural festival. যদি agriculture না থাকে, then বিহু change হ'ব. বিহু change হলে কি culture change, society change. So this all will be the major problems of the northeastern regions, particularly from Chinese threats. The climate change is a region, infrastructure and connectivity gaps. Jitor karone ki hoisil in the 1969. Sorry. The Green Revolution bypassed the most fertile land. Atatke fertile area kuntu asile, Ganga Valley and Brahmaputra Valley. But because of this infrastructural underdevelopment, Green Revolution bypassed the Brahmaputra Valley and Ganga Valley and it introduced in the Punjab and Haryana region. Okay, these all are problems. And the economic underdevelopment and unemployment. Northeastern industrial development schemes had limited success in attracting investors. So এইটোৰ কাৰণে আমি কি ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰিছো এতিয়া, এডভান্টেজ আসাম, যাতে ইনভেস্টৰ বিলাকে কি হয় ইয়াত ইনভেস্ট বেছিকৈ কৰে. Brain drain, migration, all are problems. Drug trafficking and broader crimes, political instability and governance issues যেটো আছিল in 80s 90s সেইখিনি টাইমত. The government schemes for northeastern India, which is the most important part, that is the PM Divine schemes as a central sector scheme was introduced as a part of the Union Budget 2022-23. Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, and it's a central sector scheme. Central sector means 100% funding will be done by the central government. Northeastern Council connectivity projects, Kaladan multimodal projects, যেটো সিটৱে পোর্ট বাংলাদেশৰ পৰা আমি কলকাতাৰ পৰা বাংলাদেশ নোহাকে যাতে ডাইৰেক্ট মিজোৰাম যাব পাৰো, সিটৱে পোর্ট, কালাদান ৰিভাৰ এন্ড ইউজিং Myanmar. China all are there. Bharatmala Pariyojana, Northeast has been kept as priority area under RCS Uran, Ure Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. So all are there. Okay, so this topic to report the prelims practice question diya ase, you just go through it. The third news is related to Northeast India's warmest January since 1943. 8 January ase atatke warmest. আৰু এইখিনি গৰম কেতিয়া ফেস কৰিছিল last in 1943. The Northeast India recorded its second warmest January ever with above normal maximum and minimum temperature in January 2025. Last year also we experienced heat waves because of El Nino events and climate change effect. So ever January ki hoise warm. The Indian Meteorological Department attributed its anomaly to climate change and rainfall deficits. Temperature variance kiman thakibo lage ene 22.36 degree in the winter maximum, but kiman ase 23.53 which is beyond above 1 degree centigrade. Average minimum thakibo lage 10.13 ase 11.90. Second highest average minimum temperature since 1943 which was 12.10. 1943 atatke highest asile, it is second highest. Then Northeast India has recorded above normal temperature every year since 2020. Rainfall deficits, it is a geographical event which is El Nino. Recorded the 55% rainfall deficit in January 2025. Assam Meghalaya region received 8.3 mm rainfall against the normal 12.6 mm, that is 34% deficits. Particularly this year because of El Nino, it's normal. Okay, jitu El Nino event hoy, Chile, Peru side par jitu rainfall hoy, water circulation reverse ho jay, followed ki hoy rainfall deficit hoy in the northeastern regions. Next, climate change and global warming, rainfall deficit, regional weather patterns, urbanization and deforestation. Urbanization is not the problem. Urbanization with urban sprawl is the problem. And this is not planned urbanization. Implication, ecological effect, agricultural, water scarcity, health risks, challenges in climate patterns, all are there, which we are witnessing now. So possible measures, climate adaptation measure, water and agricultural management, disaster preparedness and infrastructure, sustainable energy and emission control, particularly PM 2.5, pollutant metal 2.5 and PM 10, which density is increasing up to 105 PM 2.5 in Guwahati me experience korcho 80 season. Way forward are all there: climate resilience, water management, afforestation, sustainable agriculture, urban planning, renewable energy. Renewable energy logot ami scheme jitu moi bare bare koi thaku, faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, FAME scheme. So government initiatives ki ase, which is the most important part. National Action Plan on Climate Change, which is sustainable water, agriculture and solar energy programs. Next, Jal Shakti Abhiyan, rainwater harvesting and water conservation efforts. Green India Mission, reforestation and afforestation drives. Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, jitu kotha kolu moi logote, and National Bamboo Mission. Bamboo Mission also related to the ethanol production. Okay. So this topic to report the prelims practice question diya ase, you can just go through it. Logote APSC mains 2018 ot ahisile. What are the causes and consequences of rising temperatures in India? Suggest mitigation strategies and address their challenges. So climatic event, okay, and pollution we can directly add to this question. Next news is related to the air pollution crisis in Guwahati. Agote kod asile air pollution crisis in Delhi. Now it is turning to Guwahati. Guwahati has been experiencing severe air pollution with PM 2.5 levels exceeding safe limits. The city's air quality index has consistently been in the poor to very poor category, surpassing levels recorded in Delhi on certain days. Reports indicates that air pollution in Guwahati is linked to vehicular emission, construction dust and industrial activities and biomass burning. So all are happening here. Construction is also happening. Maximum overbridges are in construction mode and traffic is also higher. So all are contributing towards the air pollution. Rising PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels. The PM 2.5 concentration reached 105.4 micrograms per cubic meter in 2023, significantly higher than the safe limit. And WHO's safe standard for PM10 is 20 microgram per meter cube, but Guwahati's PM10 level often exceeds 88 microgram per meter cube, posing serious health risks. Kiman thakibole 20 ase kiman 88, which poses serious health risk. Health hazards, increased pollution level contributes to respiratory diseases, cardiovascular issues, and long-term health complications. Children and elderly populations are most vulnerable to airborne pollutants. Causes of pollution: unregulated vehicular emissions due to rising private vehicle numbers and construction activities. So, এইটোৰ কাৰণে কি আছে? এইটোৰ কাৰণে FAME scheme are there. That is, by 2030 কি হ'ব? 100% public transport will be electric, and by 2025 there should be 25% registration of electric vehicles. Implications on rising pollution: public health crisis, long-term exposure to PM 2.5 levels increases lung infections, asthma, and chronic respiratory diseases. High pollution levels increases hospital admissions and burden on healthcare infrastructure. Environmental degradation: the Brahmaputra river basin is witnessing rising levels of black carbon worsening climate conditions. Decline in green cover and rapid urbanization further aggravate to pollution crisis. Economic impact: but it is not completely true that our forest cover কমিছে, but simultaneously কি বাঢ়িছে, আমাৰ tree cover বিলাক বাঢ়িছে. Economic impact: poor air quality reduces productivity, affects tourism, and increases healthcare costs. Okay, so এইবোৰত stringent pollutant control measures, construction and industrial regulations, green initiative, community and participation of awareness. Government initiative কি আছে? This is the important part. National Clean Air Program, faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, to FAME, Green India Mission, and state specific action plans. Okay, so এই টপিকটোৰ ওপৰত এটা প্লিজ প্ৰেক্টিছ কুৱেশ্যন দিয়া আছে, you can just go through it. আগতে UPSC মেইনছৰ আহিছিলে in 2022 that discuss the causes of increasing air pollution in Indian cities and suggest suitable measures for controlling it. The next news is related to India's financial tech transformation. India has been rapid growth in the digital penetration fueled by affordable internet access and a large user base of 1.24 billion people. The fintech sector is expanding with innovations in mobile payment, blockchain insurance, digital banking, and investment platforms. The government and regulatory bodies are actively promoting the financial inclusion, security, and compliance to ensure a stable fintech ecosystem. So particularly গোটেই roughখিনি start হৈছে from the UPI. It is all our Google Pay, Phone Pay, unified payment interface. Growth and expansion: India's fintech adoption rate is 87%, surpassing the global average of 64%. UPI, digital banking, and AI-driven finance have boosted financial inclusion. The fintech industry is projected to contribute to India's 1 trillion digital economy by 2028, which is the aim. The regulatory framework কি থাকিব? Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, IRDAI, NCPI ensures safety, compliance, and fair practices. UPI, Jan Dhan Yojana, API Setu have enabled digital financial inclusion. Cybersecurity risk and consumer protection issues require stronger oversight. Okay, because of these issues we need some stronger oversight. যেনেকৈ স্কেম বিলাক হৈ থাকে, suppose ফোন পে, গুগল পে, অনলাইন যিবিলাক পেমেন্ট স্কেম হয় সেইবিলাকৰ কাৰণে যাতে stronger oversight থাকে. Challenges: regulatory loopholes leading to compliance issues, cyber threats, and fraud risk in digital transactions. Paytm Payment Bank case exposed gap in KYC compliance and banking regulations. Due to Paytm Payment Bank case asile. Way forward: stronger fintech regulations and cyber security laws, expanding the financial access to rural and unbanked populations. Public-private partnership to enhance trust and innovation. So particularly related to all digital payments. The government initiative for fintech growth: National Payment Corporations, NPCI of India, oversees UPI, RuPay, and digital banking frameworks. Digital India program focuses on cashless transactions and e-governance. National strategy for financial inclusion aims to expand fintech services to the unbanked population and faster adoption of electric vehicles, encourages fintech, green financing, and digital lending. Keynotes: India's fintech sector is one of the fastest growing globally because of the higher demand and population, with a 31% CAGR projected till 2025. While regulatory challenges persist, innovation in digital banking, AI-driven fintech, and secure payments ecosystem can drive sustainable financial inclusion. A balanced approach, all are there. Okay, এই টপিকটোৰ ওপৰত এটা প্লিজ প্ৰেক্টিছ কুৱেশ্যন দিয়া আছে, জাষ্ট গো থ্ৰু ইট। লগতে UPSC মেইনছত আহিছিলে ইন 2023, discuss the role of fintech and financial inclusion in India. How has the rise of digital payments transformed the banking sector? Next, BSF operations along Indo-Bangladesh border. So recently কোনে visit কৰিছে? The Mizoram's Governor General Bijoy Kumar Singh, which is retired, visited BSF sector headquarters in Aizawl. So BSF is a paramilitary force. মই লগতে লিষ্টখন দি দিছো। প্ৰথমতে কি থাকিব আমাৰ BSF কাৰ কাৰণে আছে? For Indo-Pak border and Indo-Bangladesh border. Next আহিব ITBP. ITBP থাকিব for China and okay, only for China. Next আহিব SSB, Sashastra Seema Bal, which is for Bhutan and Nepal. এটা সাইডৰ পৰা যদি আহো, পাকিস্তান পাৰ কি পাওঁ আমি? চাইনাত কোন থাকিব? ITBP। তাৰ পিছত পাওঁ আমি নেপালত কোন থাকিব? SSB, নেপাল ইণ্ডিয়ান বৰ্ডাৰ। নেপাল পাৰি ভূটান পাম, ভূটান ইণ্ডিয়া বৰ্ডাৰটো কোন থাকিব? SSBৰ পিছত যদি আমি সেইটো সাইডে যাওঁ, দ্যাট ইজ মিয়ানমাৰ সাইডে কোন থাকিব? আসাম ৰাইফলছ। ওকে, তো কেতিয়াবা আহিব পাৰে কোৱেশ্চন যে BSF এ কোন কেইটা ফ্ৰন্টিয়াৰ চাই আমাৰ, বা SSB ITBP কোন কেইটা ফ্ৰন্টিয়াৰ চাই? তো দিস আর the countries. Okay, the visit took place amid heightened security concerns due to unrest in neighboring regions. So in details, BSF's roles guard 318 kilometers of Indo-Bangladesh border with 58 border outposts under Aizawl sector headquarters. Security challenges: trackless infiltration, smuggling, human trafficking, and ensures broader stability. Governor's address praised BSF's vigilance, stressed surveillance and intelligence sharing and community cooperation. Civic Action Program (CAP) encouraged welfare programs, medical camps, and local engagement for trust building. Indo-Bangladesh border. The India-Bangladesh border is India's longest border, measuring 4,096.7 kilometers, and the shortest one is with the Afghanistan, which is nearly 80 kilometers. It passes through West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. The entire border consists of varied geographical features like plains, hills, riverine stretches, and forest with hardly any natural obstacles. মানে কি, particular যদি আমি কম, both are fault. After Meghalaya plateau, this is a fault, and that side Chotanagpur plateau. তো এই ফল্টটোত দুখন ষ্টেট আছে, one is Bangladesh, one is West Bengal. তো ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল আর বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে কি নাই, একো ন্যাচারাল বাউন্ডারি নাই, জাস্ট এ পলিটিক্যাল বাউন্ডারি। তো সেইখিনি কথা লিখা আছে, হার্ডলি এনি ন্যাচারাল অবস্ট্রাকলস, ন্যাচারালি একো নাই। দেয়ার মে বি এ রিভার, বাট জিওগ্রাফিক্যালি একো ডিফারেন্স নাই দুটা সেক্টরের মাজত। The India-Bangladesh border is highly porous and hotspot of illegal immigrations, cattle smuggling, human trafficking, and other illegal cross-border activities. India-Bangladesh border guidelines key highlights: 1975 হৈছিলে agreement prohibits defense structures within 150 yards of the international border. India considers wire fencing non-defensive, but Bangladesh opposes it. Border complexity and challenges: 2,217 km border in West Bengal includes villages, rivers, and enclaves, complicating fencing. Some villages lie directly in the border, requiring case-by-case negotiations. Exceptions and facilitations for residents: fencing within 150 yards allowed in terrain, water bodies, and population density make it necessary. It is not only a proposed way, this is a necessity that fencing lagibo etat. Gates installed for villages movement, BSF ensures emergency access. Region for dispute: Bangladesh opposes fencing, citing a violation of 1975 agreement. Smart fencing objections due to surveillance concerns, and trans-border crimes 60% in unfenced areas drive India's push for fencing, but Bangladesh remains hesitant. Ongoing discussions: the fencing issue has been under negotiation for over 5 years with regular objections from the Bangladesh border guard. না? So this is the map. এইপিনে আছে মিজোরাম, ত্রিপুরা, আসাম, মেঘালয়, ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল। গভর্নমেন্ট ইনিশিয়েটিভ কি কি আছে? বর্ডার ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম, স্মার্ট ফেন্সিং, সিঙ্গল রো ফেন্সিং, দেন annual DG level meetings, border heart initiatives, UAVN drone surveillance, anti-smuggling law strengthening, tackle human trafficking, counterfeit currency and narcotics trade. Next, civic action program, CAP, যেটো already we have discussed. Okay, তো এই টপিকটোৰ ওপৰতো এনেকে কুৱেশ্যন মই যেটো অলপ আগতে কৈছিলো সেম কুৱেশ্যন আহিব পাৰে। এই প্ৰিলিমছ প্ৰেক্টিছ কুৱেশ্যন দিয়া আছে, ইউ কেন জাষ্ট গো থ্ৰু ইট। লগতে ইন UPSC 2023 মেনশ্যন আহিছিলে, হোৱাট আৰ দ্য মেজৰ চেলেঞ্জেছ in managing India's border security with Bangladesh, suggest measures to enhance surveillance and prevent trans-border crimes. So, our prelims fact khini sailo aji. First fact is mega Jumur dance event in Jorhat district, like we danced Bihu in the Horuhojai Stadium. A statewide preparation for the mega Jumur dance event took place in the Jorhat district. The event aims to showcase some rich cultural heritage at the national and global level. About Jumur dance, this is a traditional dance Karkar by the T tribe community of Assam. Okay, so training and government support. The state art and culture department organized the training. Over 1100 dancers and drummers are expected to participate. Next one is Assam 6 presidential intervention on NRC and CAA. So kone korise the Assam Honmilita Mahasangha, a confederation of indigenous peoples of Assam, has asked the President of India to intervene in cases pending in the Supreme Court regarding the National Register of Citizens and Citizenship Amendment Act. So যেখানে pending আছে Supreme Court তাত কার intervention বিচাৰিছে? President intervention, যাতে এইখিনি rapidly হয়। The demand highlights concerns over delays in judicial proceedings and alleged discriminatory impacts of CAAs on Assam's demographic balance. Okay. Assam Startup and Innovation Policy, ইয়াৰ লগত আমি ডাইৰেক্ট Advantage Assam 2.0 add কৰিব পাৰো। Assam Cabinet has approved the Assam Startup and Innovation Policy 2025 to boost industrial and investment growth in the state. The Assam Aerospace and Defense Manufacturing Policy 2025, য'ত কোৱা গৈছিলে অসমক এটা ডিফেন্স কৰিডৰ হিচাপে ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰিব লাগে। প্ৰিভিয়াস দুটাই ডিফেন্স কৰিডৰ আছে আমাৰ, one is UP, one is Tamil Nadu. So Assam will be the third defense corridor. Assam Action Plan on Bio E3 policy were also approved. Assam to support startup, encourage innovation and promote entrepreneurship in the state. Next one is energy transition and China's role. The Economic Survey 2024-25 highlights China's dominance in the global renewable energy manufacturing and critical role in the global energy transition. The survey underscores the interdependence of major economic in the trade of environmental goods and green technologies. So especially China's renewable energy dominance, invested $50 billion plus in solar PV, supplied 80% of the global market and resources 60% of global renewable capacity. So global green energy investment, China's $546 billion investment in 2022 in solar, and EVs surpassed EU's $321 billion solar and wind to rise by 2030 and coal to decline. Here, because China has the largest reservoir of US dollar. তাতকে কাৰ লগত US dollar বেছিকে আছে? চাইনাৰ লগত। ওকে, তো এইখিনি আছিল আমাৰ যে নিউজপেপাৰ এনালাইসিস ভিডিওটো। লগতে আমাৰ ফাউন্ডেশন বেচ স্টার্ট হ'ব গৈ আছে। এটা বেচ অলৰেডি স্টার্ট হৈছে ইন জানুৱাৰী, নেক্সট বেচ আমাৰ সোনকালে স্টার্ট হ'ব। দিজ আৰ দ্য মেন্টৰ্স যিসকলৰ পৰা আপোনালোকে কমপ্লিট সিলেবাস কভারেজ পাব, লগতে এটা ফাউন্ডেশন কোর্স ফর ইয়োর কমপ্লিট ফাউন্ডেশন। ওকে, তো 2 জনৰ বেচেস এন্ড কমপ্লিট ফুলফিল ইয়োর ড্রিম অফ বিকামিং এ সিভিল সার্ভেন্ট। ওকে, তো এইখিনি আছিল আমাৰ যে নিউজপেপাৰ এনালাইসিস ভিডিওটো। হোপ ইউ লাইকড ইট এন্ড থ্যাঙ্কস ফর ওয়াচিং।